Now, juggling farm work and family responsibilities is a challenge that we all know very, very well. And of course, many rural women and men face. Taranaki Sharemilker in 2019 Dairy Woman of the Year winner Trish Rankin and her husband Glenn run a 460 cow share milking operation near Manai. Life's plenty busy for the couple. They're also raising 4 kids, 15, 13, 9 and 7. Whew, overwhelming. Joining us now is Trish. Thank you, Trish, for finding the time to join us on Sarah's Country.
Look, it's so nice to be here. And actually, I was just saying, have a shower and put a nice top on as opposed to just straight into my jammies after I've got in from the farm. So lovely to be here.
Oh, I know. I crave the weekends. It's just active wear weekends because, yeah, totally. Oh, now, Trish, there's a fantastic Farm Strong article that's just gone up live on farmersweekly.co.nz, and it's talking about your advice around being a busy farmer's wife and farmer, and of course the struggles originally when it was just yourself and your husband farming in the far north. Can you tell us about those early days and what it was like?
Yeah, I guess, as you're sort of developing your family and you're having your children, things, I guess, in a woman's life change quite substantially. I was a deputy principal at a big school, had my own career. And as we had more and more children, things had to change for me. And having to find my place and what I could do and offer for our business was a real sort of challenge that we had to overcome. Really came to the fore, I guess, sort of 5 years ago. We were in the far north. We were on a really difficult farm. It was just Glenn and I. There was no farm staff. And we really had to concentrate and look at how we were going to carry on farming and carry on enjoying farming in that situation. And we were so lucky to move to Taranaki. And here we've found it all. We've found the ocean, the mountain, the schools, the opportunities for our kids, and it's a really great place to farm for a family.
Yeah, absolutely. I like what you've said here in the article about, you just have to work out that you can't do it all in a day. How do you time manage?
Yeah, Google Calendars is really handy. So everyone has the calendar in my family, and they all get alerts and reminders when things are coming up. So that's quite a big handy thing. But I guess you do squeeze a lot into your day. And I remember watching a John Kirwan ad a number of years ago where he talked about being an active relaxer, and that kind of made quite a lot of sense to me, because actually doing stuff for your community or doing stuff for groups or schools or those other things you do, that's almost relaxing. For me, getting out and about, meeting people, seeing people, getting changed out of your farm clothes, all that stuff. And I guess when you enjoy it, you always make that time for it.
And that's the thing you brought up earlier, is about not only learning how to farm, but also how to farm through the challenges, but also not forgetting to enjoy farming, because everybody has spends more time at work, don't they, in their life? So we may as well always hold on to that. What is the one thing that you constantly remind yourself of every day to make sure that you do enjoy this career?
My kids could never live in a town where they had neighbours. I constantly remind myself that there's no way that we wouldn't get noise control called on 4 boys playing outside on the front lawn, playing rugby, riding their motorbikes and running around. Like, seriously, we could not have neighbours. So, that to me, just that country life, living out in an area where the kids can go out and go for a run or go and play is really important to us.
Do you know what I find really fascinating is the real focus in the last, I'd like to say, 5 years, and Farm Strong have been right behind this, is that even though there's physical demands on farm during the day, that focus is still remaining on fitness outside of the farm. Well, sometimes seems on top of the farm. But how has it been for you?
Yeah, really interesting. I look at that on-farm story that was played before, and that was me plus 25 kilos, filmed a year ago. And I look at it now and I think, it's interesting, I guess, to sort of reflect on how far you've come. But we had been working on sort of nutrition quite well, and I guess we'd always thought that we were reasonably active. You're always on the farm, or you're walking, or you're putting a fence up, or you're doing something that's moving your body, but it was never really getting into sort of that cardio zone or lifting your heart rate. And I was really lucky that I came across an online fitness group called Strong Woman, and it's run by a dairy farm.
Oh, Which I'm sorry to laugh, but it's quite funny because we were just joking off air that last time Trish was on a call, she just randomly dropped out and she hoped that it wouldn't happen again. But she's back.
Oh, did that seriously happen?
It didn't happen.
It's like I'm just
the beauty of live TV. I love it. Continue on, as you were saying.
Where did we get to, Sarah?
That you just joined a group called Strong Woman.
Yeah. So, and I guess, a busy life, you've got to find time to fit stuff in. And so being able to log in and do my own classes at my own time, that made a massive difference. And it's a group of women who are all pretty similar. You just want to get fitter and be really cool for your family and be able to go and do stuff with your family without saying, sorry, I can't do that, I'm not fit enough.
Yeah.
Like tonight, tonight I finished milking, finished doing the calves and went out for a run. And that I'd never have done that. Like 6 months ago, I couldn't even run. So let alone go and do it after a full day of work.
Oh, fantastic. You're a real inspiration, Trish, in more ways than one. I'd love to know, what are some of those top tips in terms of putting yourself first when you've got so many people dependent on you, young children and a farm, etc., and especially making sure you get that much needed sleep?
Yeah, I guess it is funny because as a woman, you tend to not put yourself first. You're about number 5 on the list if you've got sort of 4 kids and a husband who have to come before you. But it is actually about just finding those little things that can fit in with your family and with your farm that mean something to you. So in April, I went away. We were going to go away on a girls' weekend. Of course, we were in COVID lockdown. So we delayed that into July. And just going to Martinborough with a group of people who I've known for 15 years, you just get filled up again. You have laughs, you have a few wines, just that sort of stuff. But, you can't sort of do that all the time. So even just those little things like sitting down, watching Netflix at lunchtime, chilling out, this is washing to be folded. And yes, there's jobs that could be done on the farm, but actually just be kind to yourself because you've got to kind of make sure that you do that. And I guess just making sure that identify the things that you really like and just work out how you can do them. So I really like doing study. I really like doing my Kellogg project. I'm doing my Bradford University MBA study. I had an assignment due last week. We just started carving, but because you enjoy it, you make the time for it. And so, I guess one of the things I feel really strongly about is if you sort of begrudge or if you're like, oh, I don't want to go and do that, you're probably doing the wrong thing. If you've got a committee meeting and you go, oh, I can't be bothered going to that, you're probably on the wrong committee. So, find the stuff that you actually enjoy doing.
Exactly. Absolutely. Learning the power of no. It's quite satisfying when you really master that, for sure. Thank you so much, Trish. Some amazing words of inspiration there. And of course, this is titled Fill the Fountain, Not the Drain. I absolutely love that. And we're going to take that forward with us as we all do a little bit better this year to take good care of ourselves. And in turn, we can look after our animals better and our land better. I really appreciate your time, Trish Rankin. She was the 2019 Dairy Woman of the Year.
This is Sarah's Country.